Our Bahashem Yahushai, double honors to our elders of Great Millstone, peace and salutations to all the brothers pushing us working sincerely and truth. It's a brother to mine from James, Toronto, coming at you with another video. So I'm just gonna, to prove that the Lord only deals in one. And he has a favorite of everything that he made, and he made a lot of things. Everything that you see on the planet Earth, he made. So he has a favorite of everything, just to prove to you Christians, which goes into the, he just proved everything just to prove to you that he only loves one people. Okay, and that's the children of Israel. So this is 2esdras of 5:20. So I fasted 7 days, mourning and weeping, like as Uriel the angel commanded me. And 7 days after, after 7 days, so it was that the thoughts of my heart were very grievous unto me again, and my soul recovered the spirit of understanding, and I began to talk with the Most High again, which is Uriel, right? And said, O Lord, that bearest rule of every wood of the earth, and of all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen thee one vine, and of all the lands of the earth, thou hast chosen thee one pit, which is Israel, right? And of all the flowers thereof, one lily. So the lily is the Lord's favorite flower. And of the depth of the sea, thou hast chosen one river, right? And of all the builded cities, thou hast hallowed Zion unto thyself. That's the monument, the people, Israelites. And of all the fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove. Only over here people look down on doves, but doves are, very clean animals. They're used for sacrifices in the ancient world. Now they're in the city running amok. And of all the cattle that are made, thou hast provided thee one sheep. So the sheep is in the category of a cattle. Sheep, the goat, your buffalo, your what do you call it again? Your antelopes, all of those are cattle. Okay. And among all the multitude of people, thou hast gotten thee one people. So all the people on the planet Earth, right? Different nations, 18 worlds. The Lord only chose one world, and that's the nation of Israel. And unto this people whom thou lovest, thou gavest a law that is approved of all. So that's the law that the Lord gave to the children of Israel in the time of Moses. Moses' law, so to speak, right? But that's the law that the Lord wanted us to abide by. That's why he loved us. He loved the Israelites. He gave them his way to walk therein. Okay? And now, O Lord, why hast thou given this one people that you love over unto many? That's the slavery that we all went through. And not just here. Every nation had gotten their hand on us. When you go to Psalms 83, it tells you all the nation that was there. All of them had us in slavery at one time. I think that the Japhrites are probably the only people who never had us in slavery. And upon the one root hast thou prepared others, and why hast thou scattered the only one people among many? Right? Even in the time of Esdras, that was already happening. So can you imagine now? And they which did gainsay thy promises, and believe not thy covenant, which are you Israelites, has trodden them down. So that's the reason why the Lord did what he did. Esdras knew why he was asking the Lord. He already knew the answer to it. But guess what? He was just begging for mercy. Right? That's all he was doing. Esdras knew why we were getting screwed. We were getting, handed from hand to hand into different captivities, because he just gave it to you right here in 29. Even if he was asking, why are you doing this to us? He already knew the answer. And they which did gainsay thy promises, and believe not thy covenants, have trodden them down. The Israelites did that. From the book of Judges all the way down. If thou didst so much hate thy people, yet showest thou punish them with thine own hands. Shouldest thou punish them with thy own hands? Now, when I had spoken these words, the angel came to me. That night a four was sent unto me, And he said unto me, Hear me, I will instruct thee, hearken to the thing. Then I say, I shall tell thee more. Oh, let me see what just happened there. Okay, let me jump down to 35. And he said unto me, thou canst not. And I said, Wherefore, Lord? Wherefore was I born then? Or when was not my mother's womb then my grave? That I might not have seen the travail of Jacob, and the wearisome toil of the stock of Israel. Right? So, the Lord only chose one. And the book of the Bible is just a narrative of the Israelites, from Genesis all the way down to a Revelation, right? Drop a bucket. KJV. It says here, and I'm just backing that up from what Esdras just asked, right? It says here, Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the smallest dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing, right? And Lebanon is nothing sufficient to burn, nor the beasts thereof sufficient for a burnt offering. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted as less than nothing, and vanity. Right? So the Lord only chose Israel, man. The nations are to the Lord as like, drop of a bucket, man. Drop of water from a bucket. There are more scriptures I can get into, but I just wanted to read a second as just to show that the Lord only loved one, and he only wants one man. You can go to Psalm 149. He gave his word to Jacob. He had not doubt so. And that's a big thing. These people don't understand in the world that, for the Lord to give you his laws, statutes, and commandments, it doesn't get higher than that, man. There's not much of besides the kingdom, but in the kingdom, guess what's going to be in our hearts? The law, statutes, and commandments. So that's the highest honor a nation can ever get, and we got the highest honor of what's the word that I'm looking for? Honor. I'll say honor. That's the highest honor a nation can get, right? Is having the Lord laws, statutes, and commandments for you to abide by. So all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, the honors to our elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to all the brothers pushing to work in sincerity and true. Shalom.